There's something almost magical about the early morning. The world is quieter, the air feels fresher, and before the rush of the day begins, there's a window of calm that's entirely yours. Over the past 6 days, we've taken small, meaningful steps together, moving our bodies, eating with care, connecting with nature, and slowing down. And now, here we are on day 7. It's the final day of our journey, but in many ways, it's a beginning. Because today, we'll explore one morning habit that researchers, doctors, and even centenarians say can make all the difference. It doesn't require any equipment. It doesn't cost a penny. And yet, it could add years to your life. Before we dive in, if this series has inspired you in any way, I invite you to tap that like button and subscribe to the channel. There's much more to come after this 7-day journey. And if you know someone over 60 who could benefit from simple, thoughtful health practices, share this video with them too. Now, let's begin. The habit we're talking about is simple: start each morning with intention. That might sound vague, but stay with me. Because the difference between simply waking up and waking up with purpose is often the difference between drifting through life and truly living it. Think about it. How do you usually begin your day? For many people, the morning starts with checking the phone, worrying about the to-do list, or hurrying through breakfast, if they eat at all. But what if the first few minutes of your morning could set the tone for your entire day, and more importantly, your entire life after 60? Researchers from Harvard, Stanford, and even the Blue Zones, all those places where people live long, healthy lives, have noticed something striking. People who live the longest often share one small but powerful habit: they begin their day with purpose. Not with stress. Not with rushing. But with a quiet, grounded sense of intention. This might take 5 minutes. Maybe 10. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less, but doing it with awareness. Here's what it could look like. You wake up and sit by the window. You take a few deep breaths, not rushed, just present. You think about one thing you're grateful for. Not a list, not a big dramatic moment, just one simple thing. It could be the comfort of your bed, the way the light falls through the curtain, or the fact that you have today, this new day, to begin again. Then, you ask yourself one gentle question. What do I want to feel today? Not what you want to do. Not what you need to fix. Just how you want to feel. Calm? Energized? Connected? At peace? This habit isn't about productivity, it's about direction. It helps you shift from reacting to your day, to gently leading it. Let me tell you a short story. I met a man named Richard last summer at a community garden. He was 82, and every morning, he showed up with a thermos of tea and a folded chair. He wasn't there to dig or pull weeds. He just sat quietly for 15 minutes, listening to the birds and looking at the flowers. I asked him once why he did it, and he said, "It reminds me that life doesn't have to be loud to be good." That was his morning habit. No phone. No news. Just nature, breath, and peace. He'd started this practice after retiring, when he realized how fast life had felt even after work stopped. His morning ritual helped him slow down, not just his body, but his mind. And he believed it kept his heart healthy and his spirit young. Science actually backs this up. Intentional, mindful mornings reduce cortisol levels, regulate blood pressure, and even improve cognitive health. People who begin the day with calm are more likely to make healthier choices throughout the day: what they eat, how they move, and how they interact with others. It creates a ripple effect. A peaceful start leads to a steadier day. And over time, these days add up. They add years. In a way, this habit is like giving your body and mind a gentle handshake every morning. A moment to say, "I'm here. I'm alive. And I'm going to treat this day with care." So how do you make this habit part of your life? The key is to keep it simple and personal. It's not about copying someone else's routine or getting it perfect. It's about finding a quiet rhythm that feels right for you. Some people like to start their day with gentle movement. Maybe it's a short walk around the block or stretching by the window while the sun rises. Others prefer a moment of silence with a warm drink or writing a few words in a small notebook. What matters most isn't what you do, but how you do it, present, calm, and with awareness. If you've never had a morning habit before, you might wonder where to begin. Try this. When you wake up tomorrow, resist the urge to grab your phone right away. Instead, sit up slowly. Place your feet on the floor. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Take 3 deep breaths. Let each one be slower than the last. Then, quietly say to yourself, I'm here. Today is mine to shape. That's it. That's the seed. You can grow from there if you'd like. Maybe you'll add a short walk. Or play soft music while you sip tea. Or open the window and let the breeze touch your face while you think of something that makes you smile. Another helpful practice is writing down a small note. Just 1 or 2 lines. It could be a thought, a hope, or a kind word. You don't need a fancy journal. A sticky note or the back of an envelope is fine. The point isn't the paper, it's the intention. Over time, these tiny rituals send a message to your body and mind. You matter. Your day matters. Your life still has rhythm and meaning. I once spoke with a retired nurse named Beverly. She told me that after years of waking up to the beeping of hospital machines and rushing into action, retirement felt strange. There was no more alarm clock, no more urgency. For a while, she felt adrift. Then she began doing one small thing each morning, lighting a candle before breakfast. That was it. She didn't pray or meditate. She just lit the candle and sat for a moment. And in that moment, she felt anchored again. She said, it gave my morning shape. It reminded me that I still had a place in the world. It's easy to underestimate small habits. We live in a culture that praises doing more, going faster, checking boxes. But the people who age well, who stay bright and open into their 80s and 90s, often share this one quiet truth: they create space in their mornings to simply be. This kind of habit also improves emotional health. Studies show that people who start their day slowly and intentionally have lower rates of depression and anxiety, especially in older age. When you greet the morning with presence, your mind is less likely to spiral into worry. Instead of thinking about what you forgot yesterday or what might go wrong today, you return to the present, where life is actually happening. And let's not forget, the present is the only place where real change occurs. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Right now. Your morning habit becomes a doorway to now. Even on difficult days, when you feel stiff, tired, or a little down, returning to that moment of stillness can be a powerful act of self-respect. You're telling yourself, I deserve this pause. I deserve this breath. It's not selfish. It's not indulgent. It's essential. If you live with someone, you might even do it together. Sit quietly for a few minutes before speaking. Share one good thing you're looking forward to. It could be as simple as tending to your plants or calling a friend. These small connections help the habit grow beyond yourself. They weave it into your relationships and your home. And if you live alone, this habit becomes even more precious. It's a gentle anchor that reminds you, you are never alone in your experience of being alive. Somewhere, someone else is also breathing in the new day, just like you. Imagine what would happen if more people over 60 began each day this way. Imagine the calm it could bring to families, the ease it might offer caregivers, the peace it could give to those adjusting to retirement or loss. One morning habit can ripple out far beyond the person practicing it. This isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. And it starts the moment you open your eyes. As we reach the final day of our 7-day journey, it's worth looking back at what we've quietly built together. It wasn't a strict program or a complicated checklist. It was simply an invitation to listen more closely to your body, your mind, and your heart. Each day, we added something small: a better morning, a more nourishing breakfast, deeper movement, mindful eating at night, restful moments, time outdoors, and now, this final habit, a gentle pause that anchors your mornings with purpose. And here's the truth, it's often these quiet changes that have the most lasting impact. Think about it. How many things in your life started with something small? A garden began with a few seeds. A friendship started with a wave. A new season in life, like retirement or grandparenthood, often began with a quiet moment, a step into the unknown. This morning habit is no different. One of the reasons this habit is so powerful is that it meets you where you are. It doesn't require energy you don't have. It doesn't demand equipment, money, or even perfect weather. All it asks is this. When you wake up, give yourself a moment. One moment to be still, to breathe, and to remind yourself that life is still unfolding, and you are still a part of it. It might not seem like much at first, but as the days pass, you may begin to notice small shifts. Your mornings feel calmer. You feel less rushed, less pulled into other people's needs before meeting your own. You may feel more grounded, like you're standing on solid ground instead of racing through your day. And as this habit settles in, something deeper begins to grow. A sense of quiet confidence. A trust in yourself. A gentle rhythm that makes each day feel a little more intentional. This can be especially powerful as we age. After 60, life changes. Careers slow down. Children grow up. The pace of life shifts. And with that shift can come feelings of loss or restlessness. You may wonder, what now? This habit answers that question, not with noise or busywork, but with stillness. It says, now, I return to myself. I honor the life I've lived. And I welcome the life I'm still living. So how do you keep this habit alive beyond today? First, protect it. Even if the rest of your day becomes busy or unpredictable, try to keep this one moment sacred. You don't have to wake up earlier or make a big change. Just 5 calm minutes in the morning can do more for your well-being than an hour of rushing. Second, make it yours. There's no wrong way to start the day with presence. Some people sit with a cup of tea. Others stretch or walk slowly outside. Some read a quote. Others write one. What matters is that it feels real for you. Third, remind yourself that progress is quiet. If you skip a day, that's okay. Return the next. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. If you forget to pause in the morning, take a breath at lunch. This is not about perfection, it's about practice. And finally, share it. If there's someone in your life who might benefit from a softer start to the day, a spouse, a friend, a neighbor, invite them to join you. Not as a rule, but as a gift. You could say something as simple as, I've been trying something new in the mornings. Just a little quiet time. It's helped me feel more grounded. That's it. You never know what might open for them, too. As we wrap up this 7-day journey, know this. Longevity is not just measured in years. It's measured in mornings like this. Mornings where you feel alive, aware, and connected. Mornings where you remember that your presence matters. Not just to others, but to yourself. There's no finish line here. No perfect way to do it. But if you followed along, even a little, you've already taken a powerful step. And if this week has reminded you of something important about your health, your habits, your sense of peace, I hope you'll carry that reminder with you into tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. Before we close, I want to thank you, truly, for spending these 7 days with me. For trusting me with your time. For showing up, in whatever way you could. And if you found any part of this helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll be the first to know when we share more stories, more tools, and more ways to keep your body and mind strong. You can also like this video, or share it with someone who might need a little morning encouragement. Sometimes a gentle voice is all it takes to make someone's day brighter. But most of all, take this with you. The way you begin your day can shape the life you live. And you are never too old to begin again.